Welcome back to the channel, friends. This is day 4 on the Appalachian Trail in Virginia, heading south. We are in the book of Isaiah. This is chapter 23. Let's pray. Teach us your way, O Lord, that we may walk in your truth. Be my safety on the trail. Keep me upright and on my feet. And may everything that I say and do bring glory to your name. Let's go hiking.
The oracle concerning Tyre. Wail, O ships of Tarshish, for Tyre is laid waste, without house or harbor. From the land of Cyprus it is revealed to them. Be still, O inhabitants of the coast. The merchants of Sidon who crossed the sea have filled you. And on many waters your revenue was the grain of Shihor, the harvest of the Nile. You are the merchant of the nations. Be ashamed, O Sidon, for the sea has spoken, the stronghold of the sea, saying, I have neither labored nor given birth. I have neither reared young men nor brought up young women. When the report comes to Egypt, they will be in anguish over the report about Tyre. Cross over to Tarshish. Wail, O inhabitants of the coast. Is this your exultant city, whose origin is from days of old, whose feet carried her to settle far away? Who has purposed this against Tyre, the bestower of crowns, whose merchants were princes, whose traders were the honored of the earth? The Lord of hosts has purposed it, to defile the pompous pride of all glory, to dishonor all the honored of the earth. Cross over your land like the Nile, O daughter of Tarshish. There is no restraint anymore. He has stretched out his hand over the sea. He has shaken the kingdoms. The Lord has given command concerning Canaan to destroy its strongholds. And he said, You will no more exult, O oppressed virgin daughter of Sidon. Arise, cross over to Cyprus. Even there you will have no rest. Behold, the land of the Chaldeans. This is the people that was not. Assyria destined it for wild beasts. They erected their siege towers. They stripped her palaces bare. They made her a ruin. Wail, O ships of Tarshish, for your stronghold is laid waste. In that day, Tyre will be forgotten for 70 years, like the days of one king. At the end of 70 years, it will happen to Tyre, as in the song of the prostitute. Take a harp, go about the city, O forgotten prostitute. Make sweet melody. Sing many songs that you may be remembered. At the end of 70 years, the Lord will visit Tyre, and she will return to her wages and will prostitute herself with all the kingdoms of the world on the face of the earth. Her merchandise and her wages will be holy to the Lord. It will not be stored or hoarded, but her merchandise will supply abundant food and fine clothing for all those who dwell before the Lord. May God bless the reading of his word.
This is a fun, nerdy story that I just have to share. I've made it to Shenandoah National Park, by the way. The glasses that I'm wearing are the glasses I was wearing 2 years ago when I fell on my face and I got a shiner. There's a big scratch in this lens, and I decided these should be my backpacking glasses because they've got a big scratch in them. Anyway, they've been laying in a drawer for 2 years, and when I put them on and started hiking, well, the first day I was like, I could swear these are transition lenses, and they were not transitioning at all. And so when I had some decent cell service coverage, I Googled it. Well, I Googled my account to make sure that I wasn't mistaken that I had bought transition lenses, and it wasn't a mistake. These were transition lenses, but they weren't reacting to the sun. So then I Googled it, and I just found this little blurb that said, you can recharge your transitions by sticking them in the freezer for 10 minutes. So when I stayed at the hostel last night, I stuck them in the freezer for 15 minutes for good measure, and they're working again. How cool is that? I was over the moon excited. I came down a side trail from Compton Peak to look at this really cool spectacle of rock. This is really neat. And since it's a warm and sunny day, I figured, why not? It's a Blue Blaze trail. So if you're going southbound, you take a left at Compton Peak, or if you're going northbound, you take a right. This reminds me of Devil's Postpile that I've only ever seen in pictures. I hiked 7 miles today. I'm in Shenandoah National Park, and I found a giant campsite that's only like 0.1 from a really nice pipe spring for a water source, and it's been a good day. I got a late start. I don't think I left the hostel till like 9:30, and I took 6 hours to walk 7 miles because the body is sore and I just needed to slow down. Well, I could have kept going, but I got here around right before 4 o'clock, and I figured it was a good time to stop. I was only going to walk to the first shelter, which is 3 miles in, and it's such a nice day. And I felt okay when I got to the first shelter, so I kept going. The next shelter is still 6 miles away, and I wasn't gonna hike that far because I got a late start. So tomorrow I'm going to try to shoot for 12 or 13 miles because it's gonna rain again on Wednesday, so I might try to hike to a gap where there is another hostel. But we'll see, because if I put my rain gear on and actually use my rain skirt, I shouldn't get soaking wet on Wednesday. So, I don't know. Wednesday's up in the air. That's gonna do it for this video. I'm tired. I'm set up. I'm gonna eat, listen to my book, and probably put my video together and try to go to bed early. See you tomorrow.